Hi, I'm Steve Forkham, Director of Program Management here at SIPPIO, and I'd like to talk to you today about understanding the reasons for retiring that legacy phone system in favor of a more modern cloud calling solution built into your chosen collaboration platform. Now, when you think about what it takes to get work done, imagine jumping in a time machine and going back to the late 90s. We had a lot of different things on our desks that were required to do our jobs. Each device had a purpose, a singular purpose, and we had a lot of them. And then over time, as we moved into the 2000s, our desks became a little less cluttered as some of these devices became digitized and they became apps on our computer. For example, fax. Fax gave way to eFax. I can now send and receive a fax from my computer. If we fast forward to today, our desks are a heck of a lot cleaner. There's almost nothing on them because most of this functionality has been absorbed by our computer, by our cell phones, leaving almost nothing behind, except for one device that a lot of organizations find themselves asking questions about today, and that's the desk phone. And more specifically, the phone system that powers that desk phone. A lot of organizations are looking at that saying, do we even need this anymore? Because at the end of the day, phone systems are really expensive. They're really hard to keep up and running. They require specialized tools and specialized knowledge sets. And at the end of the day, they're not flexible for today's work from anywhere workforce. The ability to take your phone number and go wherever you need to go, a lot of phone systems aren't that flexible. So, do we need to keep spending on this thing that shows us little and little in return? I would say the answer is yes. Because the ability to make and more importantly, receive phone calls from your customers, from your peers, from your partners is just as critical today as it ever has been. Yes, we spend a lot of time on Teams meetings and Zoom meetings, but imagine if you were doing business with an organization that didn't offer you the ability to call them when something was time sensitive or when something was really important and it's just too much to type. You'd feel kind of awkward doing business with that type of an organization. So as it turns out, business calling is just as relevant as it ever has been. But the need for a phone system in order to deliver those things, well, that's starting to go away. Because voice is rapidly becoming not something that you purchase, but instead a feature that you turn on. And where that happens is in your collaboration platform that you're already using. Whether you're using Microsoft Teams or Zoom, both of these platforms have calling capabilities built into them. You've already chosen your next phone system. You just need to take that next step and turn it on. And when you do, there are incredible benefits to be realized, starting with the fact that Teams calling or Zoom calling can save you a ton of money. Microsoft estimates that if you move from your legacy phone system to Microsoft Teams Phone, you can realize a reduction in your total cost of ownership by almost 45%. And you'll see a 6-month return on investment simply by moving away from that legacy phone system, again, with all of the expense and all of the complications that you got to deal with, and moving to the platform you're already using. You know how to manage it, you know how to use it, you know how to take advantage of all of the key capabilities that are in it. So there's incredible cost savings, but there's also incredible productivity gains because now your users have a super app, one app for communication and collaboration. They're using Teams, they're using Zoom for meetings, for messaging, and now they use that same application to make and receive calls. So one app that gives them one number reach on any device that they're using, wherever they happen to be, no matter what network it happens to be connected to. Using Teams calling or Zoom phone helps you lower your total cost of ownership, and it consolidates the app sprawl for your end users, which increases productivity. It makes getting work done a heck of a lot less work. And finally, a lot of times you invest in a phone system And you're starting to see less and less and less in return. Because most of the vendors will tell you that, well, it's pretty much feature complete. The phone system is great. It's been around for 30, 40 years. What else can we add to it? Collaboration platforms, however, well, that's a whole different story. There's all sorts of new capabilities and functionality being driven into these platforms. Things like Copilot for Teams, using generative AI. Wouldn't it be great if voice could ride into those innovations to get new features and capabilities on almost a monthly basis? It's possible. And as these collaboration platforms start using more and more advanced capabilities like AI, having voice in play gives you the ability to use that data. Your voice data can potentially be gold in this new environment. Think about the possibilities. Imagine if your voice data could be used to summarize the calls from your day, not just the video meetings you were on, but every single conversation you had with peers and with colleagues and with customers. Imagine if the voice data across an organization could be anonymized and then summarized for different folks in the organization, like say your corporate DEI officer. So this way they can see whether the impacts of the trainings that they've been putting out are showing results or if there's more work to be done. Using a platform that is early in its innovation cycle for your business calling needs offers tremendous value. So using voice inside of your collaboration platform is a no-brainer. Why should you use SIPPIO in order to enable that? Well, let's start with the fact that SIPPIO makes it simple. We make it simple, we make it fast, and we make it flexible. Our cloud-based platform gives you the ability to instantly activate your service with a simple and intuitive dashboard to use for activation, for management, for troubleshooting. You can see your voice quality right inside of our dashboard. And we make it easy to scale. If you need new service, you just go to the website and you add more users. Fast, easy, flexible. It's also reliable and secure because we built our platform on Microsoft Azure. We are neighbors with Microsoft Teams, which means we deliver unmatched reliability, we deliver unmatched call quality because we're not making so many hops, and we offer 24/7 follow-the-sun support. And using this global network not only gives us the reliability and security, it also gives us the ability to serve you where you are. SIPPIO is available in over 74 countries around the world, and we give you the simplicity of one bill per organization. Our pricing is simple, not just the technology, but easy to understand how much it's going to cost. In fact, you can scan the QR code that's on the screen right now and be brought to our website where you can see pricing, you can create a quote, you can even activate a free 5-user trial in minutes to see the power of calling in Teams with no commitment. So this is why I've chosen to introduce SIPPIO to you. They just get it. SIPPIO solutions are fast, they're easy, they're flexible, and most importantly, they just work. You don't have to deal with the complications of expensive infrastructure to set up or the delays from professional services to get it up and running. Everything's fully automated. Their platform never goes down. It lives in Microsoft Azure. It's deployed globally. Everything's fully highly available and meshed with different data centers around the world. I trust SIPPIO. And this is why I believe that as you consider moving from your legacy phone system to a modernized cloud calling solution, SIPPIO is really the easiest and fastest and most useful way to turn calling on in your solution. To learn more, visit our website, sippio.io.